So a big question and what I hear a lot about is, how do I drive a manual? A lot of my friends, a lot of people I know really don't know how to drive a manual, and I learned about 3-4 years ago. So I want to teach you guys how to drive a manual. Pretty simple, easy. And the first things that you guys want to know when driving manual is, first of all, knowing how many gears you have in the car. There's, 4 speeds, 5 speeds, 6 speeds. You need to know the gearing of the car. Obviously it says it on the shift knob, but there's multiple others that don't have, what it says on the shift knob. But this is a 5-speed. So I know, for one, this is a 5-speed. Now, if you can see, the gearing is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then I have all the way down into the right is reverse. So again, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. Now, for you guys to learn, and what I think is the best way to learn first, is to start off by at least feeling out the gears. Now you know that this is in neutral, when you can wiggle it back and forth like this. And as well, now you can feel where first and all the other gears are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all the way over and up is 5. And then for reverse, all the way down and back. So now you can see, I know, and I feel all the gears, I know where they're at. Now you understand the gearing of the car. The next thing is starting the car. And to start any manual car, for one, make sure the thing's in neutral, and 2, push your clutch all the way down to the floor. Put your key in and start it. So now that you know how to start the car, you know that it's in neutral, you can take your foot off the clutch because you know it's in neutral. Now you're sitting there to stop, you have your e-brake on, you want to let go of your e-brake because that's your only parking. Now, I'm sitting here, and the only thing now is to know to put it in first gear, and we want to go. We want to start driving. Now, how to do that is you push in the clutch, which is all the way to the left, all the way to the left pedal, all the way down to the floor. Now, first gear is always going to be all the way to the left, all the way to the left, and up. Now we're in first. What I always tell people to start with is, when they're trying to learn how to drive a manual, is 1, feel the car, slowly let out of the clutch and just feel the car start going. You'll feel it starting to pull away, and you'll start to feel it almost like it's going to bog on its face, or it's going to fall on its face. So you want to feel the car moving, and you want to feel like it's about to die. Now, the next step to learning how to do that is, once you're easing off that clutch and you start to feel the car starting to pull away, you want to give it a little bit of gas as you're still slowly bringing out the clutch. You want to continually to bring out the clutch, but then the biggest mistake that people make when they're starting in this position is that when they feel the clutch, they feel the car starting to go up, they're giving a little of gas, they want to immediately just start giving it more gas and then just dump the clutch, which is going to make it then, die and bog down on its face, and you're going to stall the car. So we're in first gear, we're all the way to the left and up, clutch is all the way in, my foot's on the brake, I'm letting go of the brake. Now I'm going to feel the car come out, give it a little bit of gas, and now I'm starting to pull forward and still giving it gas, 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 and slowly letting out, and now I'm going. So now again, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to come to a stop again and show you how to do that again. So now we're sitting here, we know we're in neutral, my foot's off the clutch, I'm just holding my foot on the brake. Now the next thing to do, again, to start this over in this process again and learn how this works, is put your foot all the way down to the ground. You want to put your, you want to make sure you're in neutral, all the way into first gear, and again, you want to feel the clutch as it's starting to then catch and starting to grab. You give it some gas, and I'm only giving about 15. Now I'm giving closer to 2, and I'm now going. So I'm only right around 15 to just under 2,000 RPMs of giving it gas, and that's pretty much how much it takes of gas just to hold it there at that point for it to give it for it to go. Now start that again. Now we're sitting in neutral. We have my foot on the clutch. I can let go of the clutch. I'm at a stop. I'm holding my foot on the brake. And again, to start this process and so you guys can understand it a little bit better, remember, know the gearing, put your foot on the clutch, make sure it goes all the way over and up into first gear. Now we sit here and we let out on the clutch slowly, giving it a little bit of gas at 1500. I'm starting to pull away slowly, 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 slowly. And I'm still giving it gas, 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 and now I'm finally all the way off the clutch. Now, another thing that a lot of people don't understand is now they have to know to shift gears and know when to give it more. So the next thing they want to do is now we're going to shift into second gear. Now, the next thing is learn how to shift gears, or how do they, once they get going, what do they do next? So we'll get to that. I'm gonna drive down the road real quickly and show you guys. Now I'm at a complete stop. I'm sitting here, I see some traffic. Now what I'm gonna do again, make sure it's all the way over, up into first. And now again, let go of the brake, slowly let out the clutch, give it more gas, more gas, more gas. And now we're finally going. We're now driving. We're sitting in first gear now. Now you can see my RPMs are climbing and I'm slowing down. So I push in the clutch and I bring it straight down into second. Now again, you let out on the clutch and giving it gas. Same thing, now you're rolling. Now get into third. You're now going up and over to the right from first gear. Pressing the clutch, shift it up into third. Let out of the clutch slowly and give it gas. Same thing when you're shifting into fourth. Clutch in, hammer down on fourth. Now I can let out slowly and give it more gas. So now you guys kind of got the concept on exactly how to drive a manual. Is one, you want to know your gears. To wrap this up and summarize this, you want to know your gears. You want to know when you start the car, you have to push the clutch in, and then you have to turn the key and make sure that it's in neutral when you do that on your shift knob as well, because you don't want to start out in the gear and let off the clutch right from the get-go and you stall the car. So to give you guys a little context here, so again, I'm starting off, I'm rolling down the windows because it's hot in here and I don't have the AC so you guys can hear me. But I don't know if you can see, but so now I'm in neutral, foot is on the clutch, my foot is on the brake. Now, again, all the way over, up, you're in first gear. Slowly let out of the clutch and you start feeling yourself go, and you want to give it, you just want to keep going. So pretty much what I was doing right there is I was in first gear and I was giving it some gas and I just dumped the clutch. So that was how you do a burnout. If you want to learn how to do a burnout too, I can make another video on that. I want to hear from you guys as well. If you want to learn how to do a burnout, I'll teach you how to do that as well. So again, guys, I'm going to do a quick little wrap up here, just a little tell you how exactly to, again, drive a clutch and drive a manual car. It's very simple, it's very easy. And you know, if I didn't explain this the best, I'm sorry. But again, to learn how. Hey guys. Sorry that the video cut out there at the end and not finishing in the car. Camera died on me, sadly. Only second video and the camera died. So again, you know, I appreciate you guys watching this video, staying tuned for this video. And again, if you heard me in the last bit there, if you guys want to see or see another video on how to do a burnout, you know, I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear your feedback to see how do I do a burnout in a manual car. So want to hear your feedback, what you guys thought on that video, and also what you want to see in the future as well with this car. So you can look at my past video, check that out as well, talking a little bit of detail what this car has done, what's done to this car. So again, if you guys want to see more, want to learn how to do a burnout, I can do that as well. So thanks again for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video.